Greetings, 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 cricket loving people. I know that my West Indies supporters, they are still upset as relates to that first test match, how we lost the game to England. Now, I still want to draw your attention to Captain Craig Brathwaite's post-match press conference, if you will. Um, he was talking about how we lost the game and a couple of things that we need to do right if we're going to start winning games. And if I did know better, if I did know any better, I would say that Craig Brathwaite himself don't believe what he's saying. I would say that he himself don't even believe what he's saying. There was no sort of conviction or anything in his speech or in his comments. I know that we just lost, so I'm not saying that you should be jovial or smiling or anything, but at least be confident in what you're saying. So I have a couple of pointers that I have taken from the little press conference that I'm going to talk on. But to really get the full context of what I'm saying, you probably need to watch the interview so you can take a look at his demeanor when he's talking. It's almost as if we have given up. Now, let me just go through a couple of things. So the first thing that he addressed, well, the first thing that he spoke on was that, listen, it's very disappointing, but it's gone, it's done, it's in the past, and we're looking to move on. Now, this is something that I have realized with West Indies cricket right across the board, Tests, T20s, and ODIs. I don't know if it is something that the guys in the jacket and the tie, they came up with. Um, whenever we lose a game, I'm not saying that we need to dwell on it, but it seems to me as if they are always quick to just brush it aside and say, listen, that is in the past, that is gone, we're moving on. I have always said that if you cannot really sit and have a discussion and look at where you went wrong, then it's highly unlikely that you're going to improve. And I know that behind the camera, they are going to be looking at the things that they need to do to improve. Yes, but when you're in front of the media talking to the media personnel and the fans which is the most important, when you're talking to the fans, you don't want to come across as if you are trying to say, boy, that done and gone, so we're moving, leave it. And if you don't believe me, just look back at the T20 games, look back at the ODI games, look back at the test game or test matches for the probably the last year or so, or the last 2 years. Whenever we lose a game, I mean, it's always good to just when you want to leave the negative behind and move to the positive, but you don't want to come across as if you don't want to talk about it. You understand? Emmanuel was saying that, listen, we have 2 matches to come, and we're just looking to go out there, stay mentally tough, mentally ready, and try to play for the series because the series is still there. Now, he was asked as it relates to whether or not the players can really do this or if he needs to make changes. This is Brathwaite here. I believe 100% that all the guys can get the job done against England in England. That was Brathwaite. He went on to say that, well, he was also asked about his own individual performance and whether or not it feels as if it's causing him not to it's putting him under more pressure. So the man was saying, listen, I am coping well. I am coping with it. And test cricket is challenging. And, it's never easy. But you just got to keep on believing, keep on fighting, and believe that something is around the corner. Yeah, something is definitely around the corner, Craig Brathwaite. Something is around the corner. He went on to say that once you're putting in the work off the field, when you go on the field, you just need to stay positive, stay mentally ready, and just look to execute. Right? He was asked about changing the team. Was saying that, listen, it's a bit too early still to decide whether or not they need to make changes. How some of our supporters are. Even before the game, they are saying that if this man don't perform, if that man don't perform, we're going to change them for this or that man. So Brathwaite, he went the diplomatic route, saying that they have to look at the pitch, make sure, they have the right players to match the conditions and all of that before they decide if they're going to make a change or make changes or not. He also said that there were some positives coming from the game. The positives, you're gonna want to hear the positives. The positives, they had a couple of guys, three guys getting in the 20s. They had three guys getting in the in the 20s, and they caught well, and they were able to bowl out England. They were able to restrict them, to bowl them out. According to Craig Brathwaite, it was probably 50 or 60 runs too many, but they bowl them out. And I'm going to call bull on that, Craig Brathwaite. I mean, at no point in time did we have them wheeling at like probably 60 odd for 3 or 60 odd for 5. So we could say that they went on to make too many runs. They scored runs right throughout the innings. You understand? The bowlers did their job. And if you're going to always ask your bowler to bowl out a team for 310, you understand, 320, it not really work in test cricket. You need to have the mindset as a batting unit that if your bowlers bowl out a side for 371, that is good. You understand? I mean, obviously, you're not going to send your bowlers to go and try and only bowl them out for 353. Obviously, you want them to be able to bowl teams out for under that or lower than that. But you shouldn't even be speaking on that, saying that it was 50 or 60 runs too many. All if I did 50 or 60 runs less. No 121 and 130 I don't make. What is that? You make 121 or 130 odd and saying that it was 50 or 60 runs too. You lose the game by 100 and must if 114 or something. So 100 and odd runs. Are you going to say that it was 50 or 60 runs too many? I need to stop the foolishness there, man. So yes, he said that they had a couple of guys getting into the 20s, batting for over an hour. So, they are looking to capitalize on that. According to Brathwaite, they know where they went wrong and they know where they need to improve in order to win games. Man is saying that they are looking at all-round performances. So even though they had a couple of guys getting starts and then a couple of bowlers doing some work, they really and truly need a full performance, all-round performance they're looking for. Again, he's saying that they need to just remain mentally tough, stay ready, believe in their abilities, and know that when the time comes, they just need to go out there and apply the skills, right? He was asked about 2017 when we won. That's when Shea Hope scored those twin centuries. Man is saying that it's a while back, but they definitely can pull from that to get some sort of motivation and to keep going. According to Craig Brathwaite, it's not time to give up. It's time to hold their head down and work, because they have 6 test matches remaining for the year. So they just need to keep working. They need to keep working. I wanted to give my opinion on this interview, but I am begging you all, please go over on Facebook on the West Indies official page and look at the interview. You all will just watch the interview. You all will see what I'm saying. It might seem as if I'm not serious, but it don't seem to me as if even the captain believed what he was saying. Craig Brathwaite is usually a very outspoken person, somebody that speaks with conviction. And I mean, as I said, I understand losing the game under 3 days, 2.5 days basically. You don't expect the captain to come out jovial and look like he's having fun and all of that. But no look to me like he believe anything that he was saying, And Captain Craig, you're losing the fans. They are slipping. A lot of people calling for your head. The fans slipping. So people, check out the interview. Let me know what y'all think. Big up.